All right, guys, let's jump right into it. It's your boy Henry, and welcome back to another market update. So let's get right into it. As I do see now, QQQ has been removed from my list. We gotta have that because that is the main indice that we trade. Okay, let's get right into it. First things first, I'm just gonna point out the obvious. We have an absolute crap ton of gaps. There's a lot here, guys. We have the one around 319. We have the one over at 287. Then we have these two upper gaps right here. And what have we said many times on this channel? Gaps act as price magnets. All right. So we have two magnets below and two magnets above right now. But we're going to go over how we expect these to be getting filled, how we see it playing out. And yeah. All right. So now that the obvious is on the table, the gaps, let's look at the next thing, okay, which is the candlestick. What do we have? What candlestick do we have forming on the daily time frame on SPY and QQQ? To me, it looks like we would have this inverted hammer. Let's come over here, the pattern site. Let's go candlesticks, come over here, X. So we got the inverted hammer, and then I do believe it was called the like the black belt or something like that. Belt hold. Okay, it was the belt hold, and it looks like I'm thinking of the wrong candle though. Okay. So right now I'm just trying to match this candle and this candle up with anything we got going on over here at the patternsite.com. And that would mean wick on the top, big body with that wick. I would honestly say, yeah, I mean, nothing really looks like it other than the inverted hammer. And we do all know, actually right here, Marubozu closing black. That actually does look pretty damn similar to what we got going on right here, other than there is a slight wick at the bottom here. But let's just come over here, come over there. Let's see the performance. Let's see, where was it? Right here. All right. Theoretical performance, continuation, tested performance, continuation 52% of the time. So it's pretty much random. But continuation, where are we continuing? I mean, this candle moved up from here. But I mean, if it's continuation off of what this candle is representing, then yeah, we're gonna have continuation to the downside. All right, so now that we went over the candlestick, we could look at what we got on the VIX. On the VIX, we have a bullish harami candlestick going on, and a bullish any harami is literally just when you have an inside day next to the candlestick to the left. So this one right here, this is inside of this candle, therefore is a bullish harami. All right, so we got a bullish harami on the VIX, and we have a I mean, honestly, this candle doesn't look bullish to me. I mean, I told you guys, yeah, things can go higher. It's just like if CPI was going to act as a bullish catalyst, it's not going to be moving much higher. So I mean, momentum clearly is exhausting to the upside. It's clearly exhausting. And yeah, we're just waiting on our next negative catalyst to bring it down. I mean, you had a very, like, in my opinion, yesterday was an absolute bullish ass catalyst. Like that was like the only thing the whole market was waiting on. Is inflation finally coming to an end? Like, are we finally seeing the inflection point down? We saw that inflection point down, and I would have honestly expected you to rally much harder off of that news. All right, now that is some data to suggest that next time we move down, we will not be breaking lows. All right, it will most likely be a higher low, and it's going to represent a trend change. All right. But like, again, like I just said, like bullish momentum is exhausting. So like, even though we have that really bullish catalyst, and that is what the market was looking for a turnaround, all right, we are still probably going to be heading down. I mean, all factors are still suggesting that VIX is going to be spiking. All right, and I mean, the picture's still the same exact thing. Like, your momentum is exhausting. It's still up here, even though you had a bullish catalyst on this day. you are still finding yourself exhausting up here, and it's just indicative of you are going to be moving down. All right, like there's nothing else here. All right, it is literally the same exact thing that we have been calling out for like what, 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, whatever. All right, this whole time your momentum was exhausting. All right, which means it is only a matter of time until you go to the downside. All right, like, yes, all right, yes, that is a bullish catalyst, and I expect it to do great things for the market, but momentum cannot just, like, it's not going to stay up. No, momentum showing it's exhausting. It's going to snap. The cord is going to snap at some point. When is that point going to be? That's the question. All right, none of us know when that's going to be, but what we can do is we can apply proper trade management, and we could not go long when oscillators are up here in the overbought territory. All right, you only go long when oscillators down in the oversold territory, and you go short when oscillators up here in the overbought territory. So what I'm saying is, yes, I mean, it's a bullish ass catalyst. It does show that inflation is peaking. All right, like we called this on US oil a while back. All right, we said like it's very likely that we are going to be bottoming, and look at that, we did have our breakout here. All right, and what happens when oil goes up? The market usually goes down. All right, just as like that's how the VIX works as well. But yeah, guys, I mean, nothing has changed. I mean, it's kind of frustrating because like I just have to I have to keep coming on here. I gotta keep ensuring you guys that, hey guys, nothing has changed. Like, yeah, now we have that bullish catalyst. All right, but again, like you've already ran pretty damn hard from lows here. You have to have that pullback before you continue higher. And yes, I do suspect you are going to be continuing higher. All right, but there's not a chance in hell you're going to catch me playing that unless I see the right conditions met. All right, like unless my conditions are there, I'm not gonna be tempted to play it. Like I just said, things are probably going to keep going up. All right, we have a bullish catalyst. We got reasons for the market to rally now, but what we're waiting on is momentum to cool off, and then we are going to ride it back up. All right, so I mean, really guys, it's just a waiting game. I did say like it's frustrating because nothing has changed. All right, like everything is still the same, other than we now have, as of this day right here, the 10th, we now have something bullish on the table. And yeah, guys, it's something to be very bullish about, like very bullish about. That's literally showing that inflation is finally it's inflecting down. It's not going up anymore. Maybe like, yeah, maybe the damage is done and maybe we're not going to fix what happened to our pricing, but maybe no further damage is going to come. Okay, and I think that is a very strong reason for the market to rally. All right, so I'm just waiting on our dip, and I don't think it's going to be a big dip, but I'm waiting on our dip to happen. And guys, I'm going long on the market. I expect that, hey guys, we're going to be turned around. Like that really is not a reason to be bearish on the market. There is no reason. If inflation is why the market has been selling off all this time, all right, and now it is showing that it is finally peaking. All right, we have an inflection point to the downside on inflation. Why would the market continue selling off? It makes no sense. Like it literally just tried selling off the market for months now because of inflation. Now that it's peaking downward, or now that it's showing an inflection point downward, now we're going to keep selling off? No, that makes no sense. Now we're probably going to repair some of the damage that has been done over the past few months. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm expecting. I mean, like I said, like it's frustrating that nothing really changed. You still got your bullish divergence here on the VIX, and we come over the hour time frame on the I think it was SPY, I saw it. Yeah, you got clear as day. You have your bearish divergence going on. Again, another bearish divergence taking place. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, it's just day after day. You're getting more bearish, bearish, I mean, signs. We're literally just getting divergence after divergence here, and they're not playing out. But again, I mean, we're going to keep getting them until that downturn comes. And I think that downturn is going to come pretty soon. I mean, either way, you had a bullish ass catalyst and you barely moved. Like, yes, I get it. You had almost a 3% move here. But I'm saying, like, why are you even selling off? Why is there any resistance? All right, there should not be resistance on a catalyst like that if the market is just going to keep rallying. It's just, I don't see, like, why is there going to be resistance? Unless the sellers are still here and they want to push it down one more time before sending it back up. And I don't just mean they're going to push it down just as this one last time. No, guys, there's going to be tons of cycles. All right. Like the whole time. All right. Like a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, when we're trading the indices, you guys are still going to see like, no, we still are going to have these moves up, down, up, down. Like it's going to continuously happen. It doesn't just have to be like this one last drop. No, there's going to be tons of drops, and we're going to be playing puts on tons of those drops. All right. But for this bear market specifically, all right, I really do think it's about to come to an end, honestly. Like, I think we're probably going to have another one pop up. I mean, there's been so much damage to this system. Like, the system was not designed to just be inflated to the point where, like, hey, we can't, like, do anything about it. It wasn't designed to do what they've been doing in the past, like, 10 to 15 years, right? I believe it was in '08. I mean, you just started seeing the Fed, like the bottom of the markets, they were always just represented from that point whenever the Fed pivoted. All right. So, I mean, like one of these times, yeah, it's going to snap. That chord I was talking about, it's going to snap. And I don't know when that time is going to be, but I think it's going to take a breather. All right. I think this whole bear market is going to take a big pause. And yeah, I think we are probably most likely going to start heading up onto all-time highs. Like, I mean, I've said it a few times now how I don't see any reason that we would break all-time highs. So in this zone right up here, all right, I see no reason for us to come and break it. There should be no reason that we come up and break this zone, which is right over at 410, 409, 410. There's no reason because the US has not been growing. But now that inflation, that whole concern is going to be I don't even want to say it's being pushed back because it's not. Like, this was finally data coming out that suggests that, okay, inflation is going to be slowing now. Like, maybe there's not so much hardship ahead. All right. And since that is coming out, I do expect, even though there's no growth, so I don't expect all-time highs like to be broken, I do expect some of the pain that the market has been pricing in with inflation. I think the market's going to try and relieve itself, and it's going to we're probably going to find ourselves in this range right here. Right there. Right here. Okay, this is the range that I suspect that after we have our dip here, we're most likely going to have a sick, nasty push into this range. All right, just like, let's just get rid of all the stuff. Okay, even though I don't think it did. Did it? Yes, it did. Okay, just like I said that this range right here probably would be, well, I didn't say probably, I said this is what's on the table. I said actually it's highly unlikely that we come up here and push up here, but I said this was on the table, us coming and retaking this consolidation zone right here. All right, but yeah, just like I said that was on the table back here, I'm saying this is on the table here. Okay, and that is such a sloppy drawing. Let me redraw that for you guys because you guys don't deserve that sloppiness. All right, right here we could just draw it out like that. Okay, there we go, right there. Okay, so same way that I said this was on the table back here. All right, I'm saying this zone is probably most likely, like odds are, now that we're retaking back these zones, we're making the higher highs, we're going to make the higher lows. Now that there's an actual trend change coming, we are most likely going to find our way into this zone right here. All right. And it's not all-time highs, very close to all-time highs. I don't know. Maybe you do go up and push it. I'm just saying, if you do go up and push it, it's an immediate short for me. Like I'm not, there's no reason for it. There's no fundamental reason for it to be up there. All right. But then again, I mean, we do trade technicals here on this channel, so it's most likely going to stay that way moving forward. So then again, okay, like maybe it's not an immediate short for me because fundamentally I don't give a shit. All right. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for you today. It's still just the same exact waiting game we had like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Like, it's just a waiting game. We're just waiting on things to exhaust. And I mean, it's frustrating seeing us just continuously push up. But now you got like the most bullish catalyst you possibly could have fucking got. And you're lower now than you were on the highs of yesterday. Like, I'm just saying, there are still sellers lurking and they're most likely not going away until you see this thing shoved down and maybe even come down and you fill this gap right here. All right. Honestly, this is a level that I'm going to specifically be watching. Here is this gap fill, and you got the same one on SPY. You got it down here at 378.66. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.